Back, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, for the start of our NECC Overwatch here at Valpo Esports. I'm your host, Diadem. I'm here with my co-host,
CQ9, and welcome back to Academy Overwatch.
Yeah, feels good. I mean, Valpo Academy team will be taking on DePauw Gold today. DePauw Gold, really nice standing, right? Either 3-1 or 3-0, if I remember correctly.
Something like that.
Something close to that, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I'm not 100% sure, but I know they've been having a good season.
yeah, definitely going to be a lot of competitive bout today. I know that Valpo Academy is coming off a win as of yesterday, which felt really great, right? A
Yeah,
clean 3-0 as well.
absolutely. I mean, speaking of good seasons, Valpo Academy has been having a really good time.
Yep.
So last round they played really strongly, and I'm hoping they can carry that momentum in. We are actually playing with not our roster here, so that's gonna be definitely a little bit of an adjustment. So hopefully they can keep that momentum going from yesterday, keep that just edge
Yep.
on their side, and keep that energy up.
Yeah, definitely. We saw out of a lot of things that we were doing well last game, especially our team fighting was one of the stronger things, right? I feel like not only with our ult economy that we were playing together, I know that our DPS were doing a really good job at holding their ults, especially knowing that, the limits that you have, what you can kill, what you can't kill. So I'm excited to see what Valpo wants to pull out today.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like we are starting out on Nepal, which definitely an interesting pick here. I'm not quite sure what comps they're going to want to play. I know that Zach, our tank, Zacher, has been working on a few tanks. Has an Orisa, has played Queen as well, and has a little bit of a specialty in a little bit of monkey gaming. So looks like we're going to be seeing the Orisa come out. This I believe we've actually seen before, the Orisa on Nepal. Yeah, we have seen it before.
Yep.
Yep. So
Yeah, definitely.
looking like
Orisa
yep,
gives a lot of that kind of push potential that you want, right? A lot of spacing as well,
yep.
zoning when you have kind of those longer range engages.
She
But
she has a lot of poke power and a lot of staying power, which is
yep,
really important on a map of this design. Having that staying power of just, I mean, it's a bit of a joke in the Overwatch community that Orisa just stands there and doesn't die. That she's just a brick wall,
yep,
because she has such good staying power in one spot. So having that ability to work with us, this hog's looking for a hook. Please don't get hooked. Thank you.
yeah, definitely. No, Orisa just is really nice. You see, Valpo's comp is just really strong in the zone control department, right?
Yep.
You have the Mei, you have the Reaper TP, you have Orisa who, like you said, doesn't want to move, and Kiriko, pretty flexible, and then finally you follow it up with the Juno.
Down goes the Ashe to the down goes the Mei to the Mercy pocket of Ashe. Did manage to successfully rotate onto point, but now they've lost their tank and a DPS, trying to get this aggressive TP onto the Ashe, trying to get some distance, but not quite able to get much ground. Just trying to get out, and bye to the Kiri. Suzu! TP!
There it is.
Use cooldowns!
It was a little bit close, but able to get out of there, but they will trade one kill.
Not able to find their Juno to give them the healing that they needed, not quite able to keep them alive. Now, just trying to get set up, coming in for the next fight. only gonna lose a little bit of percent. It's not gonna be too bad, but taking a lot of damage here.
Yep, definitely. Now just walking down this side, right? Just gonna have to
Yep.
heal up. There's the speed boost, gonna walk in, gonna shield over that trap, trying to get the bump off the
Spear,
edge.
spear, spear.
Almost
Nice,
find it. The
there it
spear will
is.
find it. There we go, walking in, gets the sleep as well. May is also on the point. They're just trying to push off, and Valpo taking 2-3 kills there. The beam comes out as well just for a bit of security, and they are going to
The
cap
orbital
this point.
ray comes in, but Bob's somewhere around here. Not quite sure where he went. I think he went inside. Yup, there he is. Kills the Kiri on the way out. Sadly, but did manage to get the point for Valpo's team. Only took 40%. Not too bad. I'd like to see a more aggressive angle here. Woo!
That was Matrix. That was Matrix level.
Seeing that hook come right towards you. Scary stuff there.
No, definitely, but we're seeing just a lot of poke going on this side. The Mirror Ash, especially being really strong. The healing coming out, really nice headshot from L. Way to finish that fight, and now he walks in, gonna stop the.
Yep.
Gonna get
Not
two.
quite able to stop the res, but did get the mercy.
Yep, you're still able to trade 1 for 0 there.
And
at
now
least
you
even after,
have
but-
your help here.
Yep, you're just pushing down this side. There's the shred as well, and
Absolutely want to see a wall. Not quite able to get the wall behind the soldier, but well played to Valpo team coming in. Looking like we have May ult as well. We have both DPS ults and tank. This is going to be pretty good hold. I want to see this more aggressive on this window here, because Blizzard is going to be super strong there if they try to walk through this door, which they're going to have to do. I want to see a Blizzard. I want to see a Terra Surge. Some combo of the two, maybe even both. Oh no.
The wall is useful to setting off the rest of the team. Zacker's going to be able to heal through this, but not for long, as there's immediately the turn
using
back.
the Bob as a shield to block her the Blizzard Bob coming in. You know,
we take those. We take those.
If it works, trying to get some space built, not quite able to stop that res. Got to be scared here.
Be able to get this heal up. Still trying to play on the zone. DePauw having a hard time trying to break through this barrier. Finally gets the kill on NH, and now they're going to try and push back to this point. Do have Zacher back on the objective, but they are just probably going to try and give off, get L a little bit back. He's going to fall, but you are sitting at 96%. I think you're in a good spot. Oh my goodness.
All right, now we can get aggressive.
Yeah, now you walk up. You get the tank. Oh. You go forward. Just don't get completely melted.
Where is that Ray? Where is that Ray? Get in it.
Juno stuck
Get in
the
the Ray.
There. They're just gonna solo with the Juno, but they're not even gonna find the kill. She
didn't
just flies
wait
right
long
back
enough.
Out. Yeah.
Kiri, get behind the Orisa. Get behind her.
If there's the gates coming out
I'm
as
sorry,
well, they shield down on the point. They're gonna
Did
just
the
try and wall
gates
off.
just the gates hit the May block?
Yeah. It will fall 1 in the backline, but they're going to be able to trade 1 for 1. The May wall is going to be huge, but it's not going to be enough. She's going to fall as well. That's 2 down for the side of Valpo. It is overtime, but they're just going to have to reset.
Back up. That is a reset there. A lot went wrong that fight, but that's okay. They had to invest a decent amount too. So just set up. What is your plan for next round? They should be coming up on DPS ults. I'm not sure how close they are on Blizzard here, but I believe they should be coming up on a couple ults. They are going to have to move. Maybe you can look for an environmental kill on the Hog again, but I think he's probably learned his lesson for now. Down goes L. That is not ideal.
Still just waiting on the side. They're going to have to just push this forward.
Yeah, the Hog has learned his lesson.
May is in the back line, though. You have to be careful. Yep, they're going to be able to trade 1, but 2 fall down for the side of Valpo.
Was able to get the Ray out, too.
Gonna have to push this play around the May wall there. The May ult is gonna be huge as well.
Does go down. This is looking rough for Valpo to try to take this. And with a hog on point, that is too difficult to dislodge. And Valpo goes down 0-1 just for this map. So we still have at least 1 more round before this map is
still
lost.
Really strong play coming out of Valpo, right? Obviously going 99 to 100%. A lot of those fights being won with that numbers advantage, being able to push their lead. So I think that it's still working. Just a couple of picks at the very end of that point made it rough for them to try and finish it off.
Yep. And I mean, reminder that it did go a 99-99 with a lot of unfortunate events happening all in one fight, including I believe the rush got stopped on the May ice block.
Yeah.
So only that tiny little foot and a half actually was gates on point. So a lot a lot happened that was unfortunate, and it was still 199. So this is definitely not lost for Valpo here.
Yeah, we're seeing Zacher pick up the Junker Queen, which we've seen a lot out of him, especially in these comp games. So going back to something a little bit more comfortable, we're going to have the Mei comp as well coming out, but Ash on the corner looking for a headshot, almost finds the pick. And they're just continuing to mirror this. Honestly, I like it. Just keep it going, but it looks like DePauw did swap
Yep, I
to
want
that
to see this
Zarya.
off angle. I want to see this off angle from the Ash.
Yep.
Yep, the Ash is on the off angle, Mei is on the off angle. I like to see this have multiple directions that they have a threat coming from, but down goes L from the Mercy pocketed. Up comes the wall. Can you burst them down? You cannot, especially not with a Lifeweaver there. Worst case, they just pull. And now they're getting established on point. Down goes your Kiri. Now is scary. Now is scary. You're fighting for percent here, but you're just gonna die on point. And all right, down goes Valpo. Did get 20% though. Coming up on some ults. What is going to be the plan here?
Yeah, I think obviously you're coming up on a couple of ults. You really need just some kind of entrance for Junker Queen, right? Especially with the zoning that they have off. You can always look for a pick with L, but sometimes with just the way that their team comp's playing to the
Especially
side,
with the Mercy.
yeah, it's really rough to try and do that.
Yeah, that's
So,
that's not a favorable duel. I mean, people tend to forget that Mercy Pocket does make any fight a 2v1. Wow, that Coach Gun actually saving the Ash there, but finds the kill on the Mercy. Now is time to get aggressive.
yep,
In it comes the
immediately in the
Blizzard.
middle. You're going to find 2. You're going to find 3 here as well. That's going to be a shred. The Bob's going to be able to trade 1, but that's not enough. And they're going to just quadra kill and clear out this point here. Valpo immediately taking their first objective, or excuse me, taking their first team fight win in the game.
Absolutely, and I like that they didn't over ult. They used Blizzard after getting the pick on the Mercy, and then didn't commit with anything more, because that was definitely an easy spot to overcommit ults, and I'm glad that they didn't. So we see a Yari swap from them. What? Okay, what swapped for the Yari? Okay, the Lifeweaver swapped the Yari. Interesting pick here. So that's going to be a little bit more DPS coming out from DePauw's side. But I would like to see a Ray here.
And there's the Ray as well, going to be able to counter the Zarya, but Zach is going to fall right through it.
Yep,
Still getting a couple of shots. They're going to be able to trade one, though. Still looking for the second one as well. She's Ignite.
No, not
almost
quite
falls.
able to take the Yari out with him. I think that Ray was just a little, just barely too little too late. But now is time to leave and getting to regroup. Now probably looking for a Kiriko rush with Queen ult play. Whether it's Queen ult or just Queen shout, either one will do the job. I would prefer them to try to bait out a Zarya bubble or 2 before they want to do Queen ult, just because Zarya bubble does act as a little bit of a cleanse.
Bob
Sadly
comes out.
dying for that Bob, but that Bob should get good value, pushing them back.
They're going to be able to shred Zarya, falling to 1. They're finally going to die to that Zacher, but we
That's a
have ult on the left
Visor
side.
coming in.
L picks off 2. They're still at a numbers advantage, but Miyuki is looking to trade it off here. Immediately takes 2, looking for the third one
And is
as well.
able to. It is now time to back off for Valpo, not able to get anything else.
Just going to speed boost out there.
I don't know if you should have lived that, but you did, and you don't question it.
Sometimes that's all you can ask, but
Woo!
95% on this point.
Do not peek this corner again.
Yeah,
Nope, there it is.
a bit rough. Just going to have to use ult to hop on point. Going to be able to tie this. The gates open. The speed boost coming out from Juno as well. Still trying to space off, and they do capture the point right here. A
We
bit
see
sneaky,
the
but
Queen Mirror, but in comes the Iari. And with the Sunstrike, going to be taking a lot of burst damage from that Sunstruck. And down goes Valpo. This is going to be a shaky next fight. They have time, but actually, no, they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong percent. They do not have time for another touch. And Valpo goes down 0-1. Again, this is Overwatch NECC, so that means it is a best of 5, which means that we have a minimum of 2 more maps to go that we have to make some adjustments, make some adaptations here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even though obviously the scoreline is 2-0 right now, these games have been close, right? Academy's been
Absolutely.
showing a ton of pressure. So I'm excited to see, especially how they want to adapt their comps, knowing that we're going to be moving into a different map and different game mode coming up here.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'm excited to see what has been going on. I know a lot of them have been working on some character swaps. Being able to swap those heroes is very helpful, as we saw, even just for the tank role. I mean, it's especially important for the tank role to be
Yeah,
able to hot swap. But
definitely. We are going to take a slight break in the booth here, though, while we wait for map 2, and we will catch you guys at the start of map 2. We are back, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, for the start of Map 2 for this NECC Overwatch Academy,
Yep.
and we are moving to Eichenwald.
Yep, welcome back and welcome to Eichenwald. With we see the cannon pick of Reinhardt here. Seeing a little bit of a fire strike lineup.
Look, he's looking at himself. He's looking at his crew.
Yeah. Wonder if he knows him.
Wonder if he knows him.
He just
What are
walks
you
by like,
talking
hey,
to?
like, hey, talked to him last week.
Hey, I know that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how it feels looking at our like graphics on the Instagram. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, I know that guy.
Yep. But seeing the picks here, we're seeing a Reinhardt with a Cass and the Mei pick, actually mirroring the Rein. Got a little bit of a Rein duel on Ike. Okay, with a Junkrat Iari Soldier up against us. L holding this high ground, but against this Junkrat, gonna have to back off a little bit. Wait for some health to come back.
Yeah,
Big anti coming in, forcing them to back off.
Making it really rough there. They're gonna back off a little bit. Junkrat is still just throwing a couple of bombs over the lob. Nice thing is you have that bridge to lob over. So if you find a spot, I like the junk pick. You don't really see it a lot, but Zacher gets really aggressive, goes in for the dash. The Mei wall is gonna hit as well, and it's gonna turn into a pick for Valpo. Now you're gonna have a numbers advantage walking on this side. You just have to slow down because obviously they can't push forward at you without dying themselves.
Just take this slow. Try not to trade your life for theirs. This is a little risky here. The Junkrat is behind you and Rein is back now. So now you got aggressive without your shield. Gonna have to get bailed out by your supports. Had to use nade and you are dead here.
Already ult and a 3-man immediately coming out of Junkrat. And now all that's left on point is nobody.
All that's left on point is the ghosts of future past.
Yep, yeah. I mean, kind of knew that Junkrat was gonna get their ult pretty fast, right? Obviously,
yeah,
just being on this
absolutely.
first point, but even I was a little bit surprised pulling it out right there, and it looks like Valpo's team was too, as the triple comes out, and that's gonna be first objective for DePauw.
Yep, that is a little bit of awareness that has to be built. It's really difficult to get that game sense of knowing when people will have ults, especially when something like that, where just the Junkrat's getting a lot of damage, something like that might change the ult generation. But around that time, found the tire and found the value for it. So now we have to deal with the payload phase of this point.
Yep, now when you're pushing back to the side, right, you have Deadeye open, you have Shatter, and you have your Blizzard, but there's the power-up immediately. They're popping it
Their
a
other
little early.
Rein
They're looking for something.
probably has Shatter.
Yeah, you are in Shatter range here, but it looks like Zacher's just looking to back
Having
up.
a zoning noon behind us, actually.
If we get dash in immediately as
And
well, but
you
then
are
gets
dead.
pinned in the back. Gonna be able to hit a stun,
Yep.
excuse me, a shatter, but it's not gonna turn into
But
anything. The
are
May
you
wall's
going to be
huge.
able to find some
go.
value out of it? Able to find
Find
at least
two.
a little, but still forced to back up as their Rhine is back. With our Rhine gone, there was no one to block the shatter, but actually able to survive the shatter. They didn't have the follow-up needed. So now that it's shatters out of both Rhines, and now Valpo able to kind of stabilize here. They don't have their Rhine, but neither do their.
Threw it from the top rope over here. That's the May ult coming
A
out.
little
That's
bit
gonna
of a
turn into 2
lob.
picks.
Able to get some picks and able to actually stabilize here. That was looking rather shaky, but plays got made with the DPS ults, able to stabilize themselves with this point.
Yeah, definitely. And now you're pushed back a little bit here. You can take a bit of pressure, right? Obviously, you got L coming on the side. You have to look for maybe a little bit of a weirder angle on this high ground, especially knowing the comp that you're running.
Especially because they're going to be coming up on both support ults, and they are probably coming up on another tire,
Yeah,
especially with that.
Just pulled up another one right there. The May wall's hitting, but you're not going to be able to find a charge into it, as you're going to have to back up. It's a bit rough because...
And that is no Suzu, so if we're going to see an Iari Sunstrike, it's going to be now.
Oh, yeah, there's the
and
power
off
up
the
with
map.
the charge, yeah. Really, really good pull. L is just in the back, but probably just trying to finish it off to reset with the team. But Valpo, we're running into the issue to where they have two hit scan supports in Soldier versus McCree.
And here comes
Cassidy,
in another tire. Can we break the tire?
Really
Huge
nice
Suzu.
Suzu.
Nice Suzu timing.
That was huge.
Yep, that was big Suzu timing. So will we be able to get out of here? He's going to have new... Yep, that was what I was afraid of, is that shatter. Unable to get the pick on the Junkrat here, and down goes second point. Valpo push back all the way to last point situation here. Only have 2 more corners that they have to push it past before it gets down to 3 points.
Yeah, not able to find really any openings for these ults, right? Just pulling out to the side. DePauw doing a good job of just kind of smothering them, right? Making sure that they're still in uncomfortable spots. As they're going to pop it immediately. The shield coming out, knowing that they're out of position, but nobody else is showing on
Here's
the map.
the Junkrat. Yep, there he is.
Yeah, won't be able to get the damage off, though, as you still have Zacher on point here. Got a wall.
I would look for a shatter.
A little bit. The bio was huge, but you got to just shield up. Yep, there's the dasher on the corner, still looking for something. The
Shatter
shield does break.
I would have shattered that charge.
Yeah, and we're looking at nice fire charge though.
Yep, nice fire strike, able to get that. Didn't actually counterpin here. You're probably still dead, but able to get bailed out with the support. And the Ana nade has been getting huge value here. It's allowing Zacher to go a little bit more aggressive than he maybe should be, but he's able to get out with the help of the Ana nade, so it's getting some good value here.
Yeah, definitely. Valpo putting up a fight on this very last objective here. You know you have ultimate on May. We have ultimate on the Reinhardt as well. There's the May wall coming out, and the Bastion swap from
with
L
the Bastion.
Well. Oh, and there's the combo as well. Here comes the ult out of Soldier as well from the side of DePauw. Not going to be able to find anything, but now they find one, but AirJ is being able to trade the second one. Valpo still in an okay spot.
Yeah, absolutely. This Ana has been getting such good value. AirJ, not commonly known for the Ana, but you know, for those who aren't aware, they might see her as just a Juno player, but you know, she plays a lot of the support roster, able to bring value out of this Ana here. And speaking of versatility, L has been on this Bastion for a little bit, able to keep that pressure on. Bastion is really strong against Rhine, being able to just hammer that shield. But down goes Zacher with the Rhine, and
Ooh, does interrupt the ult there, so there's no, excuse me, there's going to be no charge, but there's the ult coming out of Iari.
And it does take out L.
In the back. Yeah, all that's left is the gates and AirJ in the corner here.
But able to escape with her life, so now coming in with the shatter and able to get to drive them back, keep this point alive for another day, for another fight. And in comes the Bastion for DePauw as well. So now we have a little bit of a Bastion mirror with the Junkrat actually coming out for Valpo as well, for NH on the Junkrat off of the May.
Yep, I really like it. Obviously just walking up to the side here, looking for a bit more zoning. Junkrat mirroring out. You have a lot of shields, right? Obviously with Reinhardt, you're kind of just looking to shatter that out and get a
Yeah.
lot of damage down. Bastion and Junkrat being
Bash,
just insane for
Bastion
that.
Junkrat being insane amounts of barrier break here.
Yeah. We genuinely almost have a full mirror comp.
And
It's just the supports that are different right now.
yep. And the soldier for DePauw, with soldier with the visor coming in, and Brig as well, just pressuring back. Barely able to live. There is a soldier on your right on a able to survive anyway, using the cart as cover for it, and able to keep their Ana alive.
Yeah, no, just very, very close save right there. 3 minutes, right? Obviously, you got 10 seconds left. You have Riptire. It might be worth to pop it
I
early
think just
to make
pop
sure
it.
they can't touch.
Yeah, I think just pop it now.
You just can't let them touch. Yep, there it is. And they dash in. They're going to be able to get the kill. They get the second kill as well. And Valpo being able to hold out the stop with 3 meters left on the payload.
Hey, that's all that you need at
Yep.
this point. So this means that if Valpo manages to full push this point, they win this map and take it back. I mean, granted, they did get close, but not enough. This establishes Valpo's win condition.
Yep. Yeah. You're now not just playing for tie. You have just something to shoot for.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which I think just means all the world here.
Yep. I've actually found that that a lot of pro teams tend to like to defend first because it sets their win condition.
Yeah.
So now the win condition is set for Valpo. The ball is in their court. Now it's time to do the same to them, but just a little bit better.
Yep. Yeah.
And able to get that extra 3 meters push and able to cap the point.
I really like it because we were running into a couple of comp issues, especially like with them just kind of zoning us off for those first couple of points. But now we swapped it up a little bit, especially in the DPS spot. Pulled out a couple of more picks to fix it out, and it definitely worked.
And that's the benefit of having flexible players, is the ability to swap different characters like this. I mean, we've seen multiple different characters out of almost everyone that has been playing today already. So it is very strong to be able to do this. Seeing this come out, so now it looks to be sticking the venture. Not sure. Okay, we're walking out on a little bit of a venture. Okay. Like to see this with the back on the Juno. Venture Reaper is a strong comp of Juno, so going to be looking for a bit more of a brawl, but Ram gives a little bit more of a poke advantage over Rhine. This longer range getting through this, I would like to see a shield and then compress up, but down goes the Venture. Now is probably time to back up a little bit. Wait for your Venture to come back. When you're down a 4v5 like this, probably for the best to not go super aggressive, especially when you have the spawn advantage. Your spawn is just simply closer than theirs.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, your win condition, especially like getting out of this poke, is you use Ramacha's range to try and push off their DPS, and then you're able to dive with that Reaper, with that Venture, and you're gonna see they're pulling it out now as Ramacha form changes. NH Cool Stuff picks up the first kill of this move, looking for the second one as well. They're gonna have to dash away with the Life Weaver, immediately gonna dive down. Zacher picks up the third kill, and now Valpo sitting at an advantage on this point, looking for a pretty quick take here.
And Venture on the point, doing a lot of burst damage to Rhine, does sadly go down, but this Rhine has had a ton of pressure with Reaper running at him and a Ramacha behind him. Going to be difficult to get any support through that. Down goes the Symmetra with L's Reaper, and this is going to be a first point cap on Valpo.
Nice. Really clean, really clean. We got 5 minutes left on the clock as well, escorting this payload. Able to break that, and this is best case scenario for Valpo winning this.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was a very quick take, a very quick and semi-painless take of the first point. So that's going to be really good to set the tone, set the momentum. So now we're coming up on a little bit of ults here, getting close to the ult phase.
Looking for it. Yep,
they know you're here.
As well. He's going to have to Ray form right back out. Going to move back to this point, but NH Cool Stuff is going to try and follow up, gets the bump. Going to jump out to the top as well. Jumping on
Pressure on the Bap.
right in the face of Baptiste. There's the beam coming out as well. The Shatter is going to hit, but you have the beam healing everybody up. You can't really do much damage, but there's the ult coming from the backside. Miyoki's Visor. Gonna look for something. They'll be able to pick one, but they're trading one for one. L still on point here in a bit of a dangerous spot. Tries the TP in their face, not gonna find it. And Valpo pushed off the objective for the first time this map.
But hey, that did take multiple of their ults. That took I believe, a nano and a visor from them.
Nano visor shattered.
Yep, nano visor shatter. Yep, to be able to take that, and all it cost you really was your Ray, which of all the ults, Ray is a pretty darn fast charging one. So this is not too bad here. I believe we're coming up on Kiri Rush Annihilation.
We have 4 ults up right now.
It's going to be incredibly strong. I would like to see this high ground be taken.
Yep.
I would like to see the Venture and or the Reaper take that position there, but down goes 2 on the face of Valpo. You're either going to need to find trade soon or just back up.
Yep, definitely. You just kind of have to back up with this, right? With so many ults up, anytime that you get a pick like that, there's no need to blow any more economy in this fight, right? Especially when you know you're at a numbers disadvantage. You kind of just want to get what you can and get out. But L looking for the pick, not going to be able to find it with the Zen healing.
With fights like that, when you go down, even with ults, you either kind of have to commit to getting early trades right off the bat, or you just kind of have to back. That decision has to be made split second, and the decision was made to back up, and I don't disagree. Coming in with some more ults. Again, we have a lot of ults, but a lot of long-range people at different... And in comes the Reaper with a little bit of a flank play.
Oh, nice bump there. Being able to push off. McCree's going to be able to still finish one, but Valpo takes out 3 of them. Still walking on this point. You're going to ult that, but right in the face of Ana. A really nice sleep coming out from the side of DePauw.
I do not like that ult. I think we had already used multiple that fight. I don't think it was needed, especially with the Ana right there, sleeping out of the Death Blossom. So now you don't have that for this next recontest. They do have enough time for another fight, so now you don't have that to keep them at bay. Gonna just simply have to make do without it, although you do have this Annihilation that is going to get really good value here, but down goes your DPS. You're gonna have to commit or back.
Oh, and able to just change form right there for the charge, but it's not going to do much as Valpo gets cleared off for the rest of this map. All that's left is Squid in the back, and Reinhardt just not going to have that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, if you're going to go down, I might as well go down fighting, get that little extra ult charge. But we see the swap actually from AirJ coming out with the Moira.
We also have NH Cool Stuff swapping to the Echo as well.
I don't know if I particularly agree with the Echo swap. They have a Soldier cast, 2 hit scans, which that is known for being able to deal with flyers, right? Like hit scan, the difference. The projectiles have travel time. Goodness,
what we were worried about.
The only travel time that we see is back to the spawn room with NH Cool Stuff. That quick multiple headshots down. RJ just looking to get out.
Yep, 8 health left. Just slowly sneaking out. I don't think they'll stay for long. Cloaker hits the final shot right there, and Valpo kind of pushed off again. I like the idea of trying to sneak to that side, but it just didn't really work out, and I think Valpo's kind of caught in a vicious cycle right now of swapping.
Yeah, at some point you kind of have to know that if you keep swapping, you won't get any ults. So at some point, you kind of just have to make do, make your swaps, and live with it. With the Zen coming in from DePauw, I believe I saw that a couple fights ago, and it's been doing a lot of work here with the Discord Orb. Discord Orb, of course, amplifying the damage that one targets take.
There we go. Pop the Transcendence really early, and there's the High Noon as well. They're going to be able to finish off L in the back. You still have your tank and everybody on flank, but RJ falls down as well. They're going to try and trade 1 for 1 here. There it is, but the ult coming out of Soldiers trying to run to this corner. Valpo's in a really weird spot, and there's the slam as well. They're just going to take out 1.
Yep, this is looking really shaky for Valpo. They needed that momentum coming from first point to push all the way through, and they just weren't quite able to keep it. Forced to TP onto point just to get the touch.
Yep, yeah, just use the Wraith form as much as you can.
Yeah, is going to be able to get a touch, but not much more than that. It's just a desperate fight here, just trying to keep the point alive, but it is shaky and shakier, and down goes Valpo, down 0-2 on the map picks. pretty spooky, of course. I mean, like I said, it is best of 3, so this is game point here.
Yep, definitely. We've seen Valpo make a lot of good changes there, right? But a couple of decisions, especially around that second payload objective, just became a bit rough for them. Really nice May wall in the corner, but the shatter was still just so insane there. But like especially sneaking to that side made it a little bit rough. I like the call right? I like that you kind of have to hit them from a different angle when they're running hit scan like that. But once you get found out, it just kind of drags
Yeah.
on those fights a little too long.
Yeah, I think some of the decisions that were made were very good and solid, but some of the execution or just some of the swaps, I think, were just a little too shaky, maybe a little too late.
Yep.
But looking like a believer have a little bit of break in between the maps, if I saw that correctly, coming out from the teams going on a little bit of a break.
Yeah, it does look like that. So we are going to take a break as well here in the booth, and we will catch you guys at the start of map 3 of this series.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back from the break with Valpo Academy Overwatch. Looking like we are going to a push map here. Valpo Academy currently down 0-2, but these fights have been pretty close, a little bit shaky at times, but definitely nothing that can't be brought back. So looking to make some adaptations, make some changes, see what needs to be done. We saw a lot of issues, but also a lot done well, and I
Yep.
want to see more of that, which is definitely not impossible here coming in on the push map.
Definitely. I'm excited, right? And obviously Valpo likes to play a lot more aggressive, especially with their picks that they take. So I think that push is best case scenario, I'd say, for us right now, especially being down 2-0 in the series, at least to get one foot back in the game.
I think throughout the historical trends of this academy team, the mobile fights are the ones that we do best on.
Yep.
So having a game mode centered around a mobile
Yeah.
objective probably is going to fare better for us, I think, which I'm looking forward to because again we tend to do better with movement like that. With walking out with the Rhine, with the Juno giving that burst movement speed, a 50% movement speed increase whenever you go through that ring. Against Junker Queen, it seems able to push this cast back.
Hey,
Able
there
to
we go.
find the kill.
That's an early pick. That's what you need.
Yep, that is
Especially being able to
good
heal
early
out.
pick. There's another one with the pulsars.
Nice.
Able to find that, chasing the soldier. I don't mind this. Again, you're up 2. You can afford to get a little aggressive here.
Yeah. Especially with Reaper, right? Any kind of space that you can gain, any angle or corner that you can play just becomes way more dangerous because right as you pop out around that corner, if you have the pressure, you can just one tap someone.
Yeah, absolutely. So with the May Reaper here, back to a little bit what what's more comfortable here. It was working quite well, so I like to see its return. With a ton of pressure coming in on this queen, but might need to turn your attention elsewhere. Look somewhere else. There's a soldier on high ground on your backline. Can you find the kill on him? Can you
You're gonna
find
be
the
able to trade
kill?
one for one. But Soldier doesn't fall down yet, and Cloaker takes another one off. DPS and Tank are down for the side of Valpo. L just trying to put in work in the backline, finds one of the supports, looking for the second one, but the hindering is going to be too strong there as the Valpo supports are forced to back up to wait, and that is first capture for DePauw.
Yep, and of course, Valpo did get a nice little bit of a lead here, but are going to be able to recontest before DePauw is able to get the equivalent back. So still in the lead a little bit, but DePauw going to have to win another fight before they are able to solidify a lead, which is only good for us. With a Shatter probably coming in, I would expect to see. Actually, we see a Orbital Ray coming in from the Juno.
It's going to be really early, but obviously you're just going to try and use that healing to win this fight here. There's the High Noon as well. Going to get the Shatter off before falling. And now here comes the ult as well from NA's Cool Stuff. Falls down to the hindrance, and all that's left are the two supports
And
again
all that's
on the
left
side
are
of
the two
Valpo.
supports, but that cost us three. That cost us, yeah. That cost us a lot of ults there. We used Ray, we used Blizzard, and we used Shatter just for that, just for a lost fight. So we might be able to get a touch before they get lead, but it's gonna be probably a shaky one. And down goes one of your DPS, again going into a 4v5.
Yep. And now gets a nice pullback from Zacher. I just covered
Yeah,
this
and
as well as
we
it
lost
moves
the
up on
lead here.
checkpoint. Oh, here comes the ult coming out of L, but it pops it a little bit too early, and now they're forced to back up. There's this Pfizer coming out as well. That's going to be 3 down for the side of Valpo,
And
4 down for
down
the
goes
side
Valpo.
of all that's left.
The ultimate rotations, I think, is what's really hindering Valpo here. With DePauw having a more stable and sound ult rotation, Valpo tends to have a lot of ults and just dump them all at once. But the problem is we're not getting the value that we need out of them. If you're gonna commit to popping that many ults, you have to make sure it's worth it, right? If you're committing to popping 3, you have to make sure that's a win fight. But we weren't able to make sure of that. DePauw was, so getting pushed back a little bit. But this is a nice stable fight here, trying to just get some space here. Zacher taking a lot of pressure. Queen comps. In comes the ult from the Queen with no Curie to cleanse. Gonna be difficult, and down goes Zacher, AirJ, and L. And now it is just time to back up even more if you even get the chance.
Yeah, they're just pushing them back to the space here, and we're seeing again, right, obviously swapped to Jungler Queen a little bit late. They're going to have the ult up first and just walks in and clears it out, being able to take down Zacher, and kind of the rest of Valpo's team falls like dominoes at that point.
But there's an early first pick, although it did cost 2.
Nice pull, turns him around, but Cloaker's still going to be able to get that final shot off. There's still 3 pushing this, and it's Cool Stuff stuck on the side here. Going to have to just wrap around, not going to be able to find it as the push,
Not able to touch either. So
Oh.
we are able to find a touch, but it's going to be shaky. It's going to come at the cost. And there is the full push from DePauw. Valpo not able to find their footing.
Yeah, just a little bit rough, right? Obviously, DePauw taking that momentum they took from game 2 and just running it straight into game 3, having a really nice comp, being able to play it out. And like you talked about, their ult economy was just really, really strong this game. It felt like Valpo didn't really have much of an answer.
Yeah, it was really difficult for Valpo to get their footing. We started off strong. We started off getting a good first push, but we just weren't able to find our footing after. And sadly, Valpo does go down 0-3 against DePauw. So still really good games though, even though it was a loss. I mean, a lot of them were extremely close, and we had some good fights and a lot
Yeah.
to learn from it.
No, definitely. There were a lot of positive sides to this game.
Absolutely.
I feel like there was a lot of stuff we did right, especially moving from game 1 to game 2. We had a lot of corrections we made. In game 3, obviously, not much you can do when it's moving so quickly, but there's a lot to look back at this game and kind of be excited for, at least moving forward. But that is going to be it from us. Any final words about this?
I don't believe so. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we hope to have a we hope to have a good season going on.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
make sure you guys tune in for that. Gonna be signing off for now, but thank you guys for watching.